What's the worst that could happen? That is the next question in our series on how to get motivated to have difficult conversations. Hello everyone, my name is Annalie and I'm an expert in communication dynamics. So what's the worst thing that could happen? When we think about that question in the context of a conversation that we are reluctant to have or might be avoiding, it really helps us put some perspective on what it might be that we are telling ourselves in our mind. Chances are we've blown up this conversation to be bigger than 𝘸𝘢𝘢 and we think all these terrible things are going to happen if we have the conversation. Now, can those things happen? Yeah, of course. Of course, terrible things could happen if you have this really difficult conversation. But in reality, it's very unlikely that those really big things actually come to pass. So ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen if I had this conversation? And I would argue probably one of the worst things would be, I'll get fired. What's the chance of that? It's probably unlikely. Maybe someone will be upset with me. Yeah, people can be upset with you even if you're not having a difficult conversation. Maybe I don't get what I want. You're probably not going to get what you want anyway if you're in a regular everyday job. So ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? And I guarantee that the very worst thing that comes to your mind is highly unlikely. And as you work your way back through less and less likely things to happen, you'll realize that whatever you've been telling yourself is unlikely to happen, and therefore the things that are likely to happen are probably things that you can actually handle. And I would suggest that they are, more importantly, worth the risk. After all, this is a difficult conversation, but it is a conversation that's important to you, which is the only reason you're considering ways to be able to have it.